Hi, my friends. Today I want to present you a new story. Enjoy watching it.
The rain was relentless that night, turning the streets into rivers and the sky into a canvas of dark, swirling clouds. My shift at the grocery store had dragged on, and as I finally headed home, I couldn't help but think about the comfort of my warm, dry house waiting for me. My 3 kids, Emily, Jake, and Sam, would be fast asleep by now, their homework done and their dinner plates clean. I was driving along a deserted stretch of road, the kind that made you question your life choices at such a late hour. The windshield wipers struggled to keep up with the downpour, and I had to squint to see anything ahead. That's when I saw her, a figure drenched and shivering, standing by the roadside, her thumb out in a desperate plea for help. Instinctively, I slowed down and pulled over. Rolling down the window, I leaned out. "Need a ride?" She nodded, her face pale and soaked. "Yes, please." My car broke down. I unlocked the doors and she climbed in, water dripping from her clothes and forming a small puddle on the passenger seat. I handed her an old towel from the back seat. "Thank you," she said, her voice trembling from the cold. "I'm Clarence," I said, trying to sound reassuring despite the strange situation. "Where are you headed?" "Allison," she replied, wringing out her hair with the towel. "I need to get to Maple Street." "That's not far from my place," I said, glancing at her. She was younger than me, maybe in her early 30s, with a certain elegance that seemed out of place in this storm. "What were you doing out here so late?" "I was visiting a friend," she said, her voice soft but steady. "Didn't expect my car to give out on me." As we drove, the silence between us was filled with the rhythmic patter of rain and the occasional rumble of thunder. I turned on the radio to a low volume, filling the car with soft, soothing music. She seemed to relax a bit, her shoulders losing some of their tension. "Do you have kids?" she asked suddenly, catching me off guard. "3, I replied, smiling at the thought of them. "Emily, Jake, and Sam. They're probably asleep by now. Must be nice to have a family waiting for you," she said wistfully, looking out the window. "It is," I agreed, sensing a sadness in her tone, but choosing not to pry. "What about you? Any family?" "Not really," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. We reached Maple Street, and I slowed down, looking for a safe spot to drop her off. She directed me to an old, brick house with a porch light casting a warm glow despite the rain. "Thank you, Clarence," she said, reaching for the door handle. "I really appreciate this." "No problem," I replied. "Take care, Allison." She stepped out into the rain, pulling the towel tighter around her shoulders. As I watched her walk to the house, I couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to her story than she had let on. But with a final glance, I drove away, heading home to my sleeping children in the warmth of our small, cluttered house. Little did I know, this brief encounter on a rainy night was about to change my life in ways I could never have imagined. I woke up to the sound of a helicopter, its blades chopping through the air right above my house. My heart raced as I stumbled out of bed, still in my pajamas. It wasn't every day you had a helicopter hovering over your home. I glanced at the clock. 7:00 a.m., way too early for this kind of commotion. My kids were already up, their faces pressed against the window. "Dad, what's happening?" Jake asked, his eyes wide with excitement. "No idea," I said, hurrying to the door. As I stepped outside, I saw a sleek black helicopter landing in the empty lot next to our house. A man in a black suit emerged, walking briskly toward me. "Mr. Sanders?" he asked, his voice calm but authoritative. "Yes, that's me," I replied, trying to keep my cool. "I'm here on behalf of Allison," he said. "She would like to see you." "Allison?" I was confused. "The woman I gave a ride to last night?" "Yes, sir. If you could follow me, please." Still half awake and bewildered, I went back inside to change into something more presentable. The kids were full of questions, but I assured them I'd be back soon. "Stay inside and don't answer the door for anyone," I instructed, ruffling their hair before heading out. The man led me to the helicopter, where Allison was waiting inside, her demeanor much different from the soap woman I'd picked up the night before. She greeted me with a warm smile. "Clarence, I wanted to thank you personally for your kindness last night," she said as I climbed in and took a seat across from her. You didn't need to go to all this trouble, I said, feeling slightly embarrassed by the grand gesture. I wanted to, she insisted. You see, I'm not just Allison. I'm Allison Hayes, heir to the Hayes fortune. I blinked, trying to process this information. You're what? Yes, my family is quite wealthy, she explained. But wealth can be isolating. I was out last night to see if there were still genuine people in the world who would help a stranger without expecting anything in return. I just did what anyone would do, I said, feeling a bit overwhelmed. Not everyone would have stopped Clarence, she said, her eyes earnest. And for that, I'm grateful. I want to give you something to show my appreciation. With a nod from Allison, the man in the suit handed me a large envelope. I opened it to find a check for a staggering amount of money, more than I had ever seen in my life. I can't accept this, I protested, my hands shaking slightly. Please, Clarence, Allison said, leaning forward. This isn't just for you. It's for your children, for your future. You've worked so hard, and you deserve this. I looked at the check, then back at Allison, seeing the sincerity in her eyes. Thank you, I finally said, my voice choked with emotion. This will change our lives. That's the idea, she replied with a smile. We talked more during the short flight, and by the time the helicopter landed back near my house, I felt like I had a new friend. Allison's gratitude was genuine, and her gift was going to open doors I never thought possible. As I walked back to the house, clutching the envelope, I couldn't help but feel a mix of disbelief and excitement. The kids were waiting at the door, their faces full of curiosity. What happened, Dad? Emily asked, looking up at me. I smiled, kneeling down to their level. We're going to start a new chapter in our lives, kids. Things are about to get a lot better. And with that, I knew that our future was bright, all because of a simple act of kindness on a rainy night. The days that followed Allison's generous gift were a whirlwind of excitement and planning. With the substantial amount she had given me, I could finally turn my dream of owning a shoe business into reality. The thought of stepping away from my 2 jobs filled me with both anticipation and nervousness, but Allison's confidence in me was infectious. With meticulous planning, I secured a small storefront in the heart of town. It was modest but had potential, with large windows that let in plenty of natural light, ideal for displaying the shoes I envisioned creating. I spent late nights sketching designs and researching suppliers, eager to bring my vision to life. Allison continued to be a guiding force, offering advice on business strategies and connecting me with industry contacts. She believed in my passion for quality craftsmanship and encouraged me to stay true to my vision. Her support went beyond financial assistance. It was a testament to her belief in the power of kindness and genuine connections. One sunny afternoon, as I stood in the empty storefront, envisioning shelves filled with handmade shoes, Allison stopped by to check on my progress. She smiled as she looked around, her eyes lighting up with pride. Clarence, this place is going to be amazing, she said, placing a hand on my shoulder. I can already see it. Thank you, Allison, I replied gratefully. I wouldn't be here without you. You earned this, Clarence, she said firmly. I just gave you a little nudge. With Allison's encouragement, I hired a small team of passionate craftsmen and women who shared my dedication to quality. Together, we transformed the storefront into a cozy haven for shoe enthusiasts, complete with comfortable seating and a workshop where customers could watch our shoes being made. The grand opening day arrived amidst a buzz of anticipation. Friends, family, and curious locals filled the store, admiring the carefully crafted shoes on display. Allison was there, her presence a beacon of support and encouragement. She mingled effortlessly with guests, her genuine interest in each person she spoke to leaving a lasting impression. As the day drew to a close, I found a quiet moment to thank Allison again. I can't believe this is real, I admitted, my voice tinged with emotion. You deserve every bit of success, Clarence, she said warmly, and this is just the beginning. Her words echoed in my mind as I locked up the store that evening, feeling a sense of accomplishment and gratitude. The journey ahead would have its challenges, but with Allison's friendship and support, I knew I was ready to face them head-on. Over the coming months, the shoe business thrived beyond my wildest dreams. Word of mouth spread, and customers traveled from neighboring towns to purchase our handmade creations. Each pair of shoes sold was not just a transaction, but a testament to the belief that genuine kindness could lead to extraordinary opportunities. Allison and I celebrated every milestone together, from our first anniversary in business to expanding our product line. Our friendship grew stronger, rooted in shared dreams and a mutual understanding of the importance of giving back. As I reflected on how far we had come, I couldn't help but be grateful for the rainy night that had brought Allison into my life. With the shoe business flourishing, each day brought new challenges and triumphs. The storefront buzzed with activity as customers browsed our latest designs and placed orders for custom-made shoes. It was a dream come true, made possible by Allison's initial generosity and ongoing support. As the business grew, so did my confidence in making decisions that shaped its future. With Allison's guidance, we expanded our online presence, reaching customers beyond our small town. I hired more skilled artisans to meet the increasing demand, ensuring each pair of shoes met our high standards of quality and craftsmanship. One morning, as I reviewed inventory in the workshop, Allison walked in with a determined look on her face. "Clarence, I have an idea," she announced, excitement bubbling in her voice. I turned to her, curious. "What's on your mind, Allison?" "I've been thinking about ways to showcase your shoes to a wider audience," she explained, pacing the room. "What if we organize a showcase event in the city? Invite fashion influencers, journalists, potential investors, everyone who should know about your brand." The idea was ambitious but exhilarating. "That could really put us on the map," I mused, imagining the possibilities. "All it takes is one event to change everything," Allison said with a smile, "and I have a feeling yours will be extraordinary." We spent weeks planning every detail of the showcase, from selecting the venue to curating the shoe collection that would be unveiled. Allison used her connections to secure media coverage and spread the word among her influential circle. On the day of the event, nerves and excitement mingled as we prepared to welcome our guests. The venue buzzed with anticipation. Lights shimmering off polished shoes displayed on pedestals. Guests arrived, dressed in their finest, eager to experience our craftsmanship firsthand. Allison moved effortlessly among the crowd, introducing me to industry leaders and potential collaborators. Her confidence and charm opened doors, sparking conversations that could lead to future partnerships. As the evening unfolded, I watched with pride as guests admired our shoes, tried them on, and expressed interest in placing orders. The positive feedback was overwhelming, a validation of the hard work and dedication poured into every pair we created. "Clarence, this is just the beginning," Allison said later that night, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "I foresee how your shoes will become very popular." Her belief in me was unwavering, a constant source of inspiration as we navigated the challenges of growing the business. Together, we celebrated milestones, increased sales, positive reviews, and expanding our team of artisans. With Allison's support, I felt unstoppable. Her friendship had transformed my life in ways I never imagined possible. From struggling to make ends meet to owning a thriving shoe business, I had come full circle, guided by kindness and a shared vision of success. Months turned into years, and through ups and downs, Allison and I built a friendship rooted in mutual respect and shared dreams. The shoe business continued to thrive, expanding its reach and reputation with each passing season. Our partnership grew stronger, fueled by a common goal to innovate and inspire. Beyond business, Allison became a cherished confidant, someone I could turn to for advice and encouragement. We celebrated personal milestones together, birthdays, holidays, and moments of triumph that strengthened our bond. One afternoon, over coffee in the cozy corner of our bustling storefront, Allison leaned forward with a thoughtful expression. "Clarence, do you remember that rainy night when we first met?" I nodded, a fond smile tugging at my lips. "How could I forget? It feels like a lifetime ago." "All because you stopped to help a stranger," she said, her eyes reflecting gratitude. "You changed my perspective that night, Clarence. Showed me that genuine kindness exists, even in unexpected places. You've given me so much more than I could ever repay." I admitted, touched by her words. "The business, the support, it's all because of you." Allison turned to me with a smile. "Clarence, you've exceeded every expectation I had," she said, her voice filled with pride. We make a great team, she said, squeezing my hand gently. And I'm honored to call you my friend. As we stood side by side, watching the world pass by, I knew that our friendship was a rare gift, one that transcended business and bound us together in ways that defied explanation. From a rainy night encounter to a lifelong friendship, our story was a testament to the transformative power of kindness and the enduring beauty of genuine connections.